He had the D's number a week ago over.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap. In the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Dolphins at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On first down, Harrison. Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, Harrison. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long. Thompson looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team. And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct? I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? What's that? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. And this drive will begin with a run from H.A. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago. And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. And this will be caught at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Third and long, Thompson. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
The kick by McManus is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Chargers to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Porter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work.
Touchdown, Chargers! Quentin Johnston, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And he returns this to the 22. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Josh Palmer, 65 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Shotgun on 3rd down. Here's Thompson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with A-Chain. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Herbert on 1st down now. Complete to Johnston here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run over center with Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. 89 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Herbert now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Patterson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Miami set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. First down, Thompson. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now Thompson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Here's Thompson. And this one's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Thompson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Thompson fakes a handoff, now going to throw it. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Thompson going to throw it. They'll get it inside the 20, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Thompson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Finding room at midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
103 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Right back to Mitchell here.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick, and he'll get this back to the third.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play